All right, hello everyone. Setting up my bag here, hole number 3, and just going to start with the Titan. We're going to use Sniper, Thor's Hammer. Similarly, you can get away with, extra mile if you have to. When comparing these two clubs, I pretty much go with, whatever has kind of a higher accuracy. So, as soon as I can get rid of extra mile, the better. But if you have to use it, it's not that big a deal. But for this hole, we're going to be doing hole number 3. And what I recommend for you guys is taking something that's a little bit more accurate. So you might have a little bit underdeveloped clubs. But here you're going to see I'm going to put rock on. Rock 5, backbone, Sniper. Let's do this. And I'm going to select a Titan ball. And let's go in and start this hole up. So what I recommend you guys doing for this hole, as you'll see with my rock driver, we'll be able to go to the right method, which is kind of a shortcut straight towards the hole, as opposed to going the long way around the water. And that's what I'm going to recommend that you guys do similarly for yourself. It's going to make things a little bit easier, a little bit, more holeable for you. So that's the way that I usually always play this hole, and what I would recommend for you guys. Here you can see with the extra mile 7, if you bring an extra mile and try to go right, you're going to really put a lot of pressure on your perfect ball skills. So you can end up in the rough. But there's a very small percentage chance with the rock driver that I'm going to wind up in the rough. So that's one of the reasons that you'll see me do it. And of course, going the straight route, even if I do hit the rough with a Titan ball on, I could still make it to the green. So what you'll see, first off, let me go to and get my rock driver, rock 5 right here. I'm going to do plus 20 because I'm going into OP. So it's kind of like a trick where I'm going to be basically factoring in OP. And what you'll see me do is usually about 2 backspin. And I'll just try to land it kind of right over on the front. And there you can see with my ring adjustment, it's going to be kind of close to 5 rings. So I'll put the edge of that white ring kind of right there. And you're going to see me go most of this power. You can see I have a little bit of a tailwind.
Great shot.
One of the reasons that I'm pulling off of a little bit. But do keep in mind that I put a lot of that that right spin on to get the ball back into the center. Here you can see, even with great balls, you'll be able to probably hold this fairway and give yourself a very good long iron chance to be able to make it. And one of the things that you might want to do is, when your opponent's shooting, if you're using this app, you might want to, and always, try to switch your ball to the correct ball. So I probably cost myself a little bit of accuracy with my ring adjustment. You can see that the difference between, balls there, it's 0.1 rings. Probably not a big deal when we're talking accurate clubs. But the longer you get, it is going to be, a big factor. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play 6.0, and I'm also going to do kind of an over adjustment. Now what the over adjustment is going to do, so you're seeing that I'm going to play plus 10%. What it's going to allow me to do is kind of factor in kind of the overplay of the wind. So here you'll see me. Here's max right here, so I am very close to max. And I'll try to use my max number in this case as kind of a little bit of an overplay. So 4.2 rings right here. Perfect ball.
Perfect shot.
Keep in mind that, just short. So I did need to just tap it onto that fairway. I was trying to play it aggressive. When you get that tailwind, it'll usually carry a little bit farther. And it didn't quite do it. The reason that you saw me getting very aggressive with the way that I'm backspinning it is because you keep the ball coming in less hop. If you get just over that rough and just hit that fairway, it gives you a very good makeable chance. If you don't up the backspin and, you know, you hit a little bit farther, you're not going to have good control of the ball, and it's probably, you know, could slam the pin or jump the hole.
Great shot.
So the way that I was doing it was to, you know, kind of give myself the best chance for it to come in slow and still be able to get it. So that's why I was doing it the way that I just was there. But let's just say, you know, you wind up in a similar position to this. You know, what I would recommend, you know, just kind of put the ball like this, center of the hole, and make sure that you center it up in the circle just like this, and then release once it says perfect ball. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to forfeit out. I'm going to try to get you guys, you know, maybe shot revisions or something later in this week. So I'll need a couple more practice rounds for you guys. So good luck with that third hole. Hopefully you found those tips useful, and be on the lookout for hole 4 coming up.